We gotta talk about the Phoenix Suns, man, because they just made the news after Chris Haynes reported that the Phoenix Suns have actually informed Chris Paul that he will be waived next season. So it's not official yet, but he will be off the team, either waived or traded. So there are two sides to the story because obviously Chris Paul at that age, you may think that he may retire, but he made sure to say that he will not retire. He still plans on playing several years, and he's still very eager to help a championship team win a ring. So this is great, man. I believe this is a win-win situation because let's start with the Phoenix Suns side. By trading for KD and trading away Mikal Bridges and Cameron Johnson, you really made it a point that you are in win now mode, and KD is not getting any younger. He's getting injury prone by the minute. Same with Devin Booker, and they just didn't have enough. They had a great duo. Although KD is slowly declining, they still had an amazing duo. Arguably a top 3 duo in the league because the top one duo in the league, we all know who that is right now. It's Jokic and Murray, but that's besides the point, right? So they had that, but that's pretty much all they had. They had DeAndre Ayton, who's on and off depending of the game, and no depth whatsoever. And Chris Paul at that point of his career, I believe he can still be very valuable, but not for the type of money that he was costing the Phoenix Suns. Plus, he was injury prone. He was injury prone in his prime, and now obviously as a 38-year-old man, right on schedule. Every time you would need him, he would get hurt. So Chris Paul, by trading him, waiving him, you make sure you clear like the 40 whatever million that he was promised the next season, and you are able to go and get some decent pieces, some 30-and-D guys, some depth, some point guards, another center maybe, even that, and then you build a roster that makes sense around KD and both your skill set, and maybe you are back in contention next season because I believe that if they were to run it back with the same squad, nothing would happen. There would be another second round exit, if not earlier, because if the Clippers would have been healthy, I believe they would have knocked them out in the first round, man. So, yeah, the new NBA, you need depth, so I like the move on the Phoenix Suns side. And for Chris Paul, like I just said, man, I believe that he was one of those players, just like Russell Westbrook on the Lakers, right? At $47 million a year, it's just not valuable. It's just not worth all that money anymore. But if you can get a Chris Paul for like a 5 to 10 million a year, hell yeah! I can think of so many teams who can still need a leader, still use a point guard, a real point guard to actually set their offenses, either as a starter or even coming off the bench. You give him 20 to 30 minutes a night, but you keep it low. You really keep him out there only when he's hot, which doesn't happen that much anymore. And you run your second unit through Chris Paul. You make sure in the clutch he's on the court. You really play him only when you need him. So you make sure there's no pressure on him. He doesn't get hurt. And yeah, man, I can see obviously the Lakers will come up for low money, but the Sixers could use him. The Bucks could use him. The Clippers could use him, but man, that franchise is so cursed, and they have so many injury-prone players already that you do not want to add Chris Paul on top of it. But the Clippers could use him. The Celtics could use him. The Heat could use him. Like, just think about it. Kyle Lowry is still out here being valuable in little spots and here and there. So if Kyle Lowry can still do it, then Chris Paul can, obviously, man. So I believe this is a win-win situation, man. I can't wait to see and find out where Chris Paul actually ends up. And I believe that next season, that next run, however long he signs with that next team, might be one of these best shots out of ring. Even a better shot that he had currently with the Suns because, yeah, again, he gets to handpick his team. He can also choose to just ring chase and, I don't know, go ride the bench for the Nuggets or whatever. He could do anything. So for Chris Paul, man, as an all-time great, already top 75 player, top 10 point guard of all time, and for some guys even higher, like top 5, all he needs is that one ring to solidify his legacy, which in my opinion should already be solidified, but that's another conversation. So yeah, so I'm very excited for Chris Paul, very excited for his future, and I'm also very excited to see the roster construction that the Phoenix Suns do not seem to be playing around with anyone's feelings, man, to just get everybody out the door. So They're probably going to make some other moves. DA is probably not going to be on the team anymore. They have a new coach. I'm very excited to see how they actually build a roster around KD and Book, man. So let's just stay tuned and wait for what's to come. But yeah, just to sum it up, I believe this is a win-win situation and a move that needed to be done. So yeah, shout out to both sides, I guess, and with both sides the best. So anyways, we can close the video right here. Get in the comment section. Give me your thoughts. Do you like the move for the Suns? Do you like the move for Chris Paul? Is there a loser in that situation? And yeah, catch you guys later. Peace.